The 7 a.m. hour, Jesus stands before Pilate. Pilate sends him to Herod. My bound good Jesus, your enemies present you to Pilate with the priests, on the pretext of keeping themselves pure for Passover the next day, and giving a false impression of diligence and sanctity. They remain outside in the atrium. My love, upon seeing the depths of their malice, you make reparation for all the hypocrisy of those consecrated to you, and I make reparation with you. Why you concern yourself with their good? On the contrary, they accuse you to Pilate, vomiting all the venom that they harbor against you. But Pilate shows himself unsatisfied with their accusations against you. To be able to condemn you on just grounds, he calls you aside to examine you privately, and he asks you, "Are you king of the Jews?" "My true king Jesus," you respond. "My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, thousands of armies would defend me." Surprised and moved by the gentleness and dignity of your words, Pilate says to you, "What? You are a king?" And you answer, "I am, and I have come into the world to teach the truth." Then Pilate asks you, "What is truth?" But he does not wait for your answer. Not wanting to know more and convinced of your innocence, he goes onto the terrace and announces, "I find no fault whatsoever in this man." The Jews fly into a rage and accuse you of many other things, but you keep silent and do not defend yourself. You make reparation for the weakness and injustice of judges who are swayed by people of influence, and you pray for the innocent, the abandoned, and the oppressed. Therefore, Pilate, seeing the fury of your enemies, and to rid himself of you, sends you to Herod. Jesus is before Herod. My divine King, I want to repeat your prayers and reparations and accompany you to Herod. I see that your infuriated enemies would like to devour you. With insults, scorn, and derision, they lead you to Herod, and Herod, swelling with arrogance, asks you many questions. You do not respond, nor do you look at him. Irritated at not having his curiosity satisfied and feeling humiliated by your long silence, Herod tells everyone you are out of your mind and orders them to treat you like a crazy man. To mock you, he has you dressed in a white garment and hands you over to the soldiers to abuse you as much as they can. My innocent Jesus, no one finds you guilty except for the Jews, because their false religiosity does not merit the illumination of their minds by the light of truth. My Jesus, infinite wisdom, how much it hurts you to have been called crazy. The soldiers abuse you and throw you to the ground. They trample you, mock you, cover you with spittle, and beat you with sticks. The rain of blows falls so fiercely that you feel as if you are dying. Your pain, disgrace, and humiliation are so great that the angels weep and cover their faces with their wings so as to not see them. My crazy Jesus, I too want to call you crazy, but crazy with love. In your loving madness, instead of taking offense, you pray and atone for the ambition of kings who aspire to kingdoms. You atone for the ruin that they bring on their people, for the many massacres they cause, for the torrents of blood they capriciously spill, for all the sins of curiosity, and for all the sins committed in courts and armies. My Jesus, how moving it is to see you pray and make reparation with such constant gentleness and loyalty in the midst of such contempt. Your voice echoes in my heart, and I follow what you do. Now, Jesus, let me come by your side to share in your pains and to console you with my love. To avoid your enemies and to revive you, I take you in my arms, I kiss your forehead, my Jesus, and I beg you to purify my thoughts. For the sake of these sufferings, I kiss your beautiful eyes, shining with light, and this light surrounds me everywhere. It penetrates my thoughts, eyes, words, and heart in such a way as to make me swim in this light. I kiss your ears, sanctify mine. I kiss your face, enchant me and all souls as well with your beauty, to recover from all the insults and taunts that you receive in Herod's palace. I kiss your mouth, Give me the grace never to say any words that could offend you, and I want to make up for all the ways that others offend you. I want to stretch out my arms to you and hold you close to my heart, praying that you impress your image in my mind, my heart, my steps, my works, and in all that I do. I kiss your right hand. Grant efficacious graces for the conversion of all sinners, and give me and everyone the good fruits of your most holy works. I kiss your left hand. Impress me with your virtues, especially charity. I kiss your left foot. Give me self-knowledge. I kiss your right foot. Give me the grace to obey with promptness. Finally, I kiss your most pure heart. Consume me in the ardent flames of your love, my gentle love. I see that these scornful ones give you no peace, and Herod sends you to Pilate. If your coming was painful, your return will be more tragic, because I see that the Jews rage even more than before. At any cost, they are resolved to put you to death. That is why, before leaving Herod's palace, I want to prove my love for you in the midst of so many sufferings. Strengthen me with your mystical kiss and your blessing, and I will follow you to Pilate. Reflection for the 7 a.m. hour. Even as Jesus is presented to Pilate in the midst of many insults and much contempt, he remains ever gentle and has no contempt toward anyone, trying to make the light of truth shine in everyone. Do I feel the same toward everyone? If someone does not like me, do I try to overcome my natural opposition? When dealing with others, do I always strive to make Jesus known and to make the light of truth shine in them? O Jesus, my sweet life, place your words on my lips and grant that I may always speak with your tongue. Presented before Herod, Jesus remains silent. He is dressed as a madman and subjected to incredible torture. When I am slandered, mocked, insulted, and jeered at, do I realize that our Lord wants to give us his divine likeness? In my sorrow, derision, and all that my poor heart experiences, do I consider that it is Jesus who initiates our sorrow with his touch, transforming us into himself and producing his likeness in us? And when suffering revisits us, do I consider that Jesus, looking at me, is still not content with me and, holding me closely, seeks to make me completely like himself? Following Jesus' example, can I say that I have mastered myself? That instead of responding when angry, I prefer to remain silent? Do I ever allow myself to be overcome by curiosity? In every affliction I encounter, I should make the intention to offer it as a life for Jesus, to pray for and obtain souls. When we place souls in the will of God, our sorrows make a circle, and within that circle we enclose both God and the souls, and join the souls to Jesus. My love and my all, may you alone take total possession of this heart of mine. Keep it in your hands, so that in my encounters with others, I reproduce within me your surpassing patience.